Hi, Bill.
Hi,
Thank you
Paula.
for agreeing to do this interview with me. Please tell me your name and the name of your company.
Sure, it's Bill Kromzak with Weisbro Frame and Body, and I appreciate you getting in contact with us for this interview.
Yeah, so tell me about your company. What do you guys do here?
Well, mainly we do collision repair. Now, again, body shop has the name of paint work, painting cars, so on, but it's gotten to be a specialized field, mainly with certifications like we're Subaru certified, Ford certified for the aluminum truck, and it takes special equipment and a lot of training to become that way. So we had to stay mainly with collision repair, not restorations or custom painting or anything like that.
Great. So if I were a student and I wanted to come work here, what kind of skills would I need to work for you?
One of the most important things would be wanting to work on vehicles, wanting to work on cars. The love for a car is definitely outweighs of chasing the dollar for the repair. Although you get this field has become very um, well paid for. Okay, especially once you get into the training, it's absolutely a good field to be into. So if you have common sense, want to do a good job, and you love working on cars, that's a good start right there.
So would I need a high school diploma?
No, no. If and I'm going to use an example when we talk. I have a student that was from BOCES in Oneida County, was not the best in school. His grading. He decided to drop out of school and came to work for us and did very well. He ended up moving to Arizona, and he's a top tech making 150,000 a year.
Wow. Wow. That's very good. So what if I started out with you here, what are the salary ranges?
Training would begin any place between $14-15 an hour. And at that point in time, what we would do is see what the student really loves. Is it into detailing? Is it into structural repair, dismantling cars, computer work? Everything now is electronic. Cars drive by themselves. If you have a really good student that's into computers and loves technology a little bit, ADAS and driving safety systems is an ideal place to get into. Welding, if they love the weld. Again, Ford, Tesla, Subaru, a lot of them are going to aluminum structures. And aluminum welding is a very good field to be into and a very rewarding field financially.
Oh, nice. So, do you have room for growth if I went from one to another?
Absolutely. So let's say you started as a body tech and learned that trade. And again, that would be in the $14-15 an hour range. By the time, I'm going to say within a year, you'll at least be able to assemble and disassemble a car. And that would put you into the $16-18 range. And then when you're actually able to do a complete job, body work and wise and so on, that puts you into a $20 to $25 range. If you're into the aluminum structural repair and aluminum welding, that gets you into the $30 an hour range.
Wow.
So you could make some pretty good pay.
Yeah, that sounds great. Um, so, do you check any social media accounts for your employees?
It's funny, a lot. We like to look at those. We like to look someone up before we hire them, and we also do it while they're working for us. We do not want our name branded in a wrong position while someone is working for us by certain things they say, as you know the way it is today. So yes, that's very important to have a clean bill of health, is what I'd like to say.
Awesome. And if I were looking, can I go on Indeed or LinkedIn or any place like that?
Indeed, we do use. Ideally, what we like to find is a person who is out looking and knocking on doors, and then I know they want to do this job. And the other thing is through their teacher, many students come to us. Hey, there's Jim's a good student. He's looking for a job to start, and that's how a lot of students get referred to us.
Yeah, word of mouth is the
Yes.
best way.
Yeah.
And our students would come with, resumes, cover letters, all completed
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah, BOCES has a good program. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, uniforms, are they required? Do you pay for them? Do I buy them? Tools, all those things.
Okay, so let's say at starting you would get uniforms, at least a shirt with our name on it, because many certifications, many manufacturers that are certified want to have a branding. Okay, so they want to know you work for a facility. So that is provided by us. Basic hand tools would be provided by you at a certain point in time. Again, you would get through some training. We have that stuff here, a community toolbox that someone uses. As they build up, they will like to do that. And we find as the tech builds up, they want their own tools. So
Yeah, yeah. So all this information is like so good. The kids are gonna learn a lot from you. So give me maybe your story or an inspirational something for the kids to hear from you.
well, when I started, again, it was Bosse's here in Arnold Avenue, what a while back, and I just love. Once I got to that, I originally was with Automotive Field in UFA, and I said I want to try this Bose auto body, and just a couple things, real short and sweet. I was too young, so I had to have my parents sign off. You had to be 16. I was only 15, and I got into that. And within 3 months, the Mr. Chambrone, the teacher, moved us up to me and one other student to the second year, and we just loved it, and it took off from there. And so while I was working, and Bosse's helped me get a job in Clinton, and had a great teacher. The owner of that body shop, Vinny, was a great teacher. Learned the right way of doing things, and at the same time, I was pretty aggressive, so I always tinkered in my backyard and had jobs going on there, and that kept going and going, and I ended up getting a job at a shop after school, and but kept doing things on my own, and it got to the point at 18 years old, I was working. I had so much work coming in on my own. It was disturbing for working out of my parents' garage. So I went in business for myself. And it was all to start with Bosse's.
Great. And you've been in business?
44 years.
Nice.
Yeah. Many changes. Many changes. Yep. And the first 10 years, not as much aggressive changes. We were going through some paint changes. We were going through car manufacturing changes. When I began, cars all had a steel frame, majority of them, except for some imports. So you hardly had a unibody car. Today, that's the norm. The unibody car is the norm of a repair. Now it's changing to electronical drive systems and aluminum structures, which is getting very tech savvy, and it's just they have to lighten the car up for the fuel, so that's why they're going that way.
Wow. Wow, lots
So
of
now
changes.
the changes are really every year there's a change. Really, I mean, we went through, like I said, we went through the unibody. That was the biggest change for 10, 15 years. Then the paint change went to a water-based paint. Again, those are to me subtle changes that a lot of people were nervous about. They were easy for us, but the biggest changes now are the electronic drive-by-wire cars, and that's really neat. I love it. It really challenges us, and I see a good future for someone who wants to be even just a collision electronics expert, and that field is starting to open now.
Nice. So it sounds like you still have to do lots of education.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Never
Again,
ends.
a lot of it, like us, we supply a lot of training for all our technicians. So if a student says, okay, yep, I'd love to start, as they continue on, as they grow in our business, every year they at least have to, it's required for them to at least take 6 courses a year. And our shop pays for that.
Oh, very
Yep.
good. That's nice.
Yep. So it's an investment in a student. We invest any place between $2,000 to $5,000 a year in a student.
Wow.
Yeah, and ICAR training and welding and so on. So
Well, thank you so much for your time, Bill. I know you're a busy person, so we'll just end you there. Thank
Okay.
you so much for your time.
thank you.